I guess there's no other excuse for getting involved. Gina had me dazzled. I can't deny it. But what would you have done? A beautiful girl asks you for help, so what do? Kick her out of your car on some corner? I don't think so. It took us a whole day to get to Chicago because the old hunk of junk I drive is no race car. Along the way, we stopped to have some snacks and keep the car from overheating. We took turns driving so both of us could get in some shut-eye. We got to the museum pretty late, but my friend Clive knew we were on the way, so he waited up for us. Well, we made it to the museum. Let's park in the back.
Ricky? Hey, it's Munchkin Blob here. I'm calling. I swear I haven't had a drink. And yeah, a dopey-looking guy with some Sure thing, I'll tail him.
So, you're trying to find out the precise origin?
It really is, Clive, but there's no time to...
I can assure you it's a matter of life and...
Well, all right. Let's see. Quite
well. What are we waiting for? Let's...
Just one moment. Not so fast.
Well, let's restore it then. You can't...
I'm afraid not. I'm an anthropologist.
Yes, let's go talk to her now.
Hold on. There's another problem.
3 days? No way.
This is unbelievable, Brian.
No, I wouldn't do that. But I can't...
Oh, dear. You can try to, Brian.
Well, I have to try. You said...
Yes, through the first door on the left when you leave...
A strobe?
I see you haven't changed a bit, Clive.
I don't know. Well...
Hello? Dr. Oliva?
Yes, who are you?
Pleased to meet you, Doctor. My name's Brian Basco. I brought you an object to be restored. It's a crucifix which...
Listen, boy, this wretched son of a Utsitsa has taken me 2 weeks of work to finish. And all of the numbered objects on these shelves here have to be restored by the time the Mayan art exhibition opens in 36 hours.
But this is an emergency, Doctor. There are lives at stake.
My life will be at stake if the items on those shelves aren't ready for the exhibition, all right?
Doctor, it is of the utmost importance that you restore this crucifix right now.
Look here, boy. Didn't I make myself clear? I have to restore all of the numbered items on the shelf. Every last one. In 36 hours! If I don't have a hernia first, that is.
What is the son of Uxitsa?
It's the most important piece on display at the Mayan exhibition. A stone mask with a large ruby set in the forehead. It was recently found at a temple in Piedras Negras in Honduras. I've been working to restore it and leave it in perfect condition for 2 weeks. I have no doubt that it will be the centerpiece of the exhibition.
You must take pride in your work.
Despite a lack of certain indispensable means, my work has been praised by the most prestigious of journals. So yes, I suppose there is a reason to feel pride.
Are you a specialist in the art of the Maya?
I'm a specialist in art. A professional, if you know what that word means.
Where's the mask you mentioned?
It's such a priceless piece that it won't be placed in the exhibit until the very last moment. It's held in a special vault that's kept at the ideal temperature and humidity needed to preserve the mask.
Just what does your work consist of?
My job is to restore works of art. And let me tell you something. No one in the world does it better than I do.
What are you doing right now?
Right now, I'm using a small lathe to clean up any flaws on the object. Then a laser smooths it out.
How are the pieces cataloged?
The museum uses the latest scanner, which examines the piece using radiation. After determining the age and makeup of the item, the database is searched and a report is issued. Of course, an expert opinion is required at that point.
I thought a museum like this would have more resources.
Thinking is so simple. Don't you think I might work more efficiently if you leave me alone?
Must be pretty interesting to work in this museum.
It could be interesting if I were an employee, but actually, I'm a downtrodden slave. I've been asking for an assistant to help me get this department in shape for months, and the only thing I get back are letters about a lack of funds. They're a swarm of parasites, I'm telling you!
I'll just let you work.
Fine.
Some of the objects have a numbered sticker under them. The number must show what order they're supposed to be restored in. Cool. I'll trade it for the object that's next on the list to be restored. Done. The doc... It looks like some sort of talcum powder container. This could be useful. It looks a lot... Could be a briefcase full of varnish. I'll take this one here. It's colorless. Hello?
Hey, you're a friend of Clive's, aren't you? I saw you come in with him and that hot babe.
Yes, my name is Brian. Brian Basco.
Brian? Dude, what a name! Are you a geek or what? I'm Willie. I'm in charge of administration here at this dump.
Administration? You mean maintenance and all that, right?
No, dude. I mean, I'm gonna smack you silly if you don't quit yapping. I'm not a maid, I'll have you know. This whole museum would go to pot if it wasn't for me. And besides, you should know that I run my own small business.
Okay, guy, calm down. What kind of small business are you running?
Let's just say I represent a laboratory equipment factory. Here, take one of my cards in case you need any of our fine products.
William P. Thanks, I'll keep it in mind. About that business of yours?
Hello? Hey, Mr. Potter! Yeah, you know, it's always a pleasure to do business with you. What do you need this time? 100x eyepiece for an optical microscope? I'll have to see if they're in stock, but I probably can. Let me check with the warehouse, okay? Call me back in 10 minutes. Sure. We'll discuss price later. Same to you, Mr. Potter. See ya. Hey, dude, let's drop the small talk. I got other affairs going on. Well, you know how it is. Business is business.
Okay, goodbye. He's going up the stairs. Let's see where to. Look at him jive along. No way! Willie knows the combination to get into the analysis laboratory. I don't know how he got the combination because I highly doubt he's authorized to go in there. Now I think I know where the laboratory equipment factory that Willie supposedly represents is really located. I don't know much about art, but this all looks amazing. Hi, Willie.
Hey, man. How's it going?
About that business of yours?
Yeah? What about it?
What was the name of that factory you represent?
What factory? Oh, yeah. It's called, Lab-O-Matic. Yeah, that's it. Lab-O-Matic. Cool name, huh?
Well, how do you find time to do your work here at the museum and hold this position as a representative?
I'm glad you asked me that. Look, there's one word that sums up my whole mess of a life. Professionalism. Get it, guy? That's just the way it has to be. I'm telling you, I'm a professional, and I know how to deal with all the little tasks life has given me without neglecting any of them. I'm a professional, man. A professional!
Look, I'm not sure yet, but I might be needing a specific lab tool. Could you get it for me?
Sure thing. I'll get you the goods cheap, but always high-quality stuff, of course. When you know what you want, just let me know. I'll ask the guys down at the factory to see if we got the goods. If so, you'll have it here in a flash. But we only take cash.
What can you tell me about Dr. Oliva?
That crazy doc? She's a hysterical pain in the butt. She's one bitter obsession piece about her work. You can tell I don't like her, huh? She's always breathing down my neck over something or other. And besides that, she's damn ugly. Your little friend Clive? Now there's one cool guy. And I'm not just saying it because you're gonna repeat it to him. I don't kiss up to nobody.
This Mayan art exhibition is a pretty big deal, isn't it?
Hell yeah, totally, dude. What gripes me most is that it's opening in 3 days, and that dustbag, Dr. Oliva, is putting in overtime here day and night to get all the stuff ready for this mess. I don't feel sorry for that old bag, you hear? She can take a hike for all I care. But I'd feel much more relaxed if she'd be less of a fixer and a fixture. Know what I'm saying?
Listen, I wanted to ask you something about the analysis laboratory.
Shoot.
I notice you have to type in a combination to open the door. You wouldn't happen to know it, would you?
Sorry, dude. I'm not allowed into that lab.
I saw that only authorized personnel are allowed in.
Yeah, I guess the stuff they've got up there is worth a lot of loot, so they keep a lid on it. Plus, there's a stone mask up there right now for this dumb exhibition. Must be pricey. It's called the Sunny You Cheesy or something like that. It has a big ruby stuck on its forehead. If I could get my hands on that, sweet!
I don't want to take up any more of your time, Willie. See you later.
See ya!
Good idea. Go for it. Now I can't touch any of the keys. The next thing I have to do is get Willie to enter the combination that opens the door, so his fingerprints are left behind on the right keys. William P. It's a public phone. Good idea. I'll call Willie and try to get him to enter the analysis laboratory. That way, I can try to find out the access code. I hope the number on that business card he gave me is his real phone number.
Hello?
Mr. Destin?
Yeah.
He's coming up now. I'll hide behind here. I should wait for Willie to leave the lab before going in there myself. It'd be embarrassing for the two of us to run into each other. Perfect. Now I can tell which keys have Willie's fingerprints on them and guess the combination. I'll only dust the keys that have varnish on them. Cool. Now I can tell. Yeah, that's it. 8137. I won't forget that combination. It's pretty dark in here, but I'd better not turn on the lights. I don't want anyone to find me here. It's an old key or something. Maybe I'll find a place. Well, how about that? There was a note under it. Let's see. Clive, here is the ancient Aztec key all clean and polished like you requested. Next time don't wait so long before having it cleaned. It was disgustingly filthy. See you next Monday. Signed by a guy named Ron. So the key belongs to Clive. Well, I'll just give it to him later. Let's take a peek. I know it can't be opened manually. I think you have to push that button over there to open it.
Please state your name for the voice identification system.
Clive Kastropoulos.
Name invalid. Access denied.
I don't think I'll get it to open that way. I can see that Gina and Clive have gone on that casual little stroll around the museum. There's no doubt about it. Clive's the same old guy as ever. He'd ignore his own mother to chase after a woman. Let's see. This is a 2-volume treatise on anthropology. I was never very... Hey, look what was hidden under the books on the table. It's an X-shaped crack. Yes! I bet the key fits perfectly. Aha! Look what we have here. A hidden safe. It's a voice recorder. Well, okay. I'll just borrow it from Clive for a while. Then I'll give it back to him. Excuse me, Doctor. Could you tell me your name again?
Dr. Susan Oliva. It's marked clearly on the door.
All right. Let's see if the plan works.
Please state your name for the voice identification system.
Dr.
Susan.
Name invalid. Access denied.
What in the world? Oh, the battery went dead right when I needed it. I'll take the battery out of the tape recorder. Gotta find a battery. It's filled with liquid nitrogen. I'm quite familiar with these from my university days. looks like the ones... Let's see. Well, this is a good opportunity to check whether you can restore some of a dead battery's energy by lowering its temperature. Let's remove the battery from the ladle. I hope the battery lasts long enough.
Please state your name for the voice identification system.
Dr. Susan Oliva.
Identification verified. Good evening, Dr. Oliva. Please remember that the chamber will automatically close in 30 seconds.
It worked! You can't do it manually. Not a good idea. It looks like a thermal chamber used to keep pieces of art under ideal conditions of temperature and humidity. The Sun of Uxitsa star display at the Mayan art exhibition has gotta be in there. I shouldn't do this, but I've already had to do so many other crazy things tonight. I hope nothing serious happens to it once it's outside the thermal chamber. Good idea. Maybe I can... Let's see if I can put this one in place of the one that's already there. Fantastic! I think this will make the laser beam much more powerful. Now I'll wait for the doctor to come and use the laser. It worked! My heart goes out to the good doctor, but there was nothing else I could do.
I need an iced mocha now.
Impossible! It's out of coffee! Hi, Willie.
Hey, man. How's it going?
I noticed the coffee machine upstairs is out of coffee.
Yeah, it went dry this afternoon.
Well, I could sure use a cup of joe. Isn't there anything you can do to get it to make just one more cup?
Just one more cup? Of course. You can go up to it and softly whisper. Nice little machine. Couldn't you serve me one more cup of coffee, please? I'm telling you, no. If it's out of coffee, it's out of coffee. And there's nothing more to it. It's all that crazy Dr. Oliva's fault. She is one sick lunatic. She must put away 20 ice mochas a day. No wonder she's so edgy all the time, the old bat.
And one more thing.
What?
I don't want to take up any more of your time, Willie. See you later.
See ya.
Hey, that bowl there has something that looks a lot like coffee in it. I'm grabbing it. Maybe I can use... Willie, here's some coffee so you can refill the machine upstairs.
I don't know, dude. That doesn't look like coffee to me. Anyway, those are coffee. coffee beans, and that stupid machine ain't gonna work with nothing but coffee that's all ground up, man.
I might be able to use the lathe to grind the coffee beans. It worked like mad. No, that won't do. Willie, here's some coffee so you can refill the machine upstairs.
Dude, are you sure this crud is coffee?
Yeah, of course it's good coffee. I buy it in bulk.
No, man, I'll pass. It's not that I don't trust you, dude, but I don't want any trouble. I'd rather use the Java I normally pick up for the machine, in case I get busted.
There's something inside. Let's take a look. It's an empty package of coffee. All right, it may be just what I need. It's empty, but... Okay, start pouring. Willie, here's some coffee so you can refill the machine upstairs.
Dude, this is the brand I always use. Yeah, baby, this is right on time. See? Now I don't have to go out tomorrow and buy some. I'm gonna go fill up that junky coffee machine right away.
This Willie guy's an unusual character. Well, let's see if I can finally take this rich aromatic coffee to the doctor. I'll just wait one little moment so Willie has time to refill the machine. Okay, let's go. It's working now. The red light is off. Okay, I'll just get one. I hope it's nice and... Here, doctor, have some coffee. It'll make you feel better. Now, that's better, isn't it? Come on, you can start working again now that you've calmed down. We wouldn't want the Mayan exhibition to be canceled because you didn't finish your work, would we now?
Of course not. I'll get to work immediately, and no one's gonna stop me this time, not even the feds.
Munchkin Bob.
If it ain't Gustav, my one-eyed...
Careful, Bob. Don't tempt me.
That's right. The car hasn't moved from...
Without the car, they could have escaped and...
Okay, Gustav. Whatever you say.
Well, I had to leave the doctor alone so she could pay full attention to restoring the crucifix. But it's been a while now, and being as enthused as she was after drinking that coffee, I'm sure the crucifix is all finished. So, I'm going in. Man, it looks like the doctor is completely out of it. But I see she managed to finish restoring the crucifix. Excellent. certainly needed polishing. Huh, look, I better go to the lab right away and use the scanner to check out the crucifix.
Dude, what a weird... What are those get-ups you're wearing, man?
And you know what? It's about time I found out what that is. Let's see if I can figure out how to work the fancy scanner. So, the crucifix is of Hopi origin. The Hopi are a Native American tribe that lives in Arizona. Great. That is an important piece of information, but I'm starting to understand this whole story less and less. The materials that the crucifix is made of aren't valuable at all. And even though it's probably of some historical value, it'd never be worth killing people over. There must be something else behind the story of this crucifix.
Brian, quick, follow me. It's Gina. She's in danger. I'm sorry, Brian. No! You told me you would. No!